In 1974, a Columbia 43 Mark III rolled off the assembly line. The Mark III had a 6-foot taller rig, larger sail plan, lead keel, and was specifically designed for Transpac. Almost 40 years later, she'll get her chance. Rechristened the StumppyJ, this crew will take her 2,250 nautical miles to Honolulu.
All ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet?
Monday, July 8 was a beautiful day. The send-off was great. But when we got out of the harbor, we were greeted with high winds and an aggressive sea state. We would start the race under reefed sails with all hands on the windward rail. Within hours, we passed the west end of Catalina and we're on our way to Honolulu. It was 2 solid days later before we were able to change out of our wet clothes and reassess the situation. Some water had shipped into the boat and taken out our 120-volt electrical system, making life a bit uncomfortable for the crew of the StumppyJ. But we recovered, and the weather, well, it began to clear. We made our course pretty far south of the straight line to Honolulu, searching for wind. We didn't really find the trade winds, so we spent our time hunting for whatever wind we could find. At times, surfing down the faces of waves at 10 to 12 knots. Other times, drifting along aimlessly between 2 and 4 knots. At all times, the crew of the StumppyJ kept our spirits high as the miles clicked away. If at times we felt like we were alone, it's because we were. An unbroken horizon for 12 solid days does something to your perspective. We would celebrate every passing cruise ship, cargo ship, flying fish, albatross, dolphin, anything to break up the monotony of the horizon.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
By the first Saturday, we had settled into our routine. We had repaired many of the things that we had broken and not broken too many more. And we found the sun. That was a banner day. We were about 1,400 miles from Honolulu and starting to click off the miles at a rapid pace. By Sunday, we'd even managed to more or less clean up the down below area, which was turned into a maelstrom of equipment and water during the first few days. Still, everything was kind of wet, but we're guys, we can handle that.
We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky.
Every morning at 6 a.m., the Transpac committee demanded a email update on our position. Generally, I would come out on deck and make that email and hang out with the morning crew of Ed and Tommy. This here is a blatant commercial for Crown Prince canned seafood, as I had brought quite a bit and shared it with the other two lads who like this kind of stuff. Here, Ed is putting together a saltine, Gouda, and oyster cracker for each of us. Eventually, we hit the milestone we had been waiting for. 1,125 nautical miles behind us, 1,125 nautical miles more to go. This is when we celebrated with our special ceremonial bottle of Kraken rum, which we drank out of a hollowed out coconut, compliments of Chris. On the afternoon of that halfway point day, we had a small problem with our spinnaker. A little difficulty with the halyard, what else, led to us dragging the spinnaker over the edges of the brand new solar panels, which put some tears in the top of the cloth. This knocked us down to our smaller spinnaker and even the Genoa for a time. It was a banner day because Mike and Justin spent almost the entire day down below in the hot cabin applying tape to the spinnaker to repair all of the tears so that we could fly her again. This dramatically increased our speed, if by dramatically you meant 1 knot in light breezes and the chance to maybe haul some butt again. The repaired spinnaker, however, did not last very long. High wind conditions one morning caused one of the rips to start to accelerate across the top of the sail, and by the time we got it down, well, she was a goner for this trip.
Sailing away, set an open course.
By the second Saturday, we were back to our number 5 spinnaker and some very low wind conditions. This blew a hole in our ETA of Sunday night and pushed us back to approximately Monday at dinner time, best guess.
On board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow.
All right, so welcome to the last day. It is Monday, July 22nd, and I'm down below here in the StumppyJ, the amazing cave of wildness that the boat has become after 14 days of this garbage. Anyway, I thought I'd get this all set up. Hey, it's Chris. Hey, it's me. Tommy Kazoo. That's me. Skipper 2. Mikey, silhouetted. He likes that. And Justin. As we entered the Molokai Channel, we thought we saw a pilot whale. Would have been our first whale for the trip. Though we had been traveling between 6 and 8 knots earlier in the day, as the sun set, we drifted towards Diamond Head at about 4 knots. This gave us a finishing time of just after 9:30 in the evening, but the great welcome in Honolulu was well worth it.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.